Okay, people, so I have just had a cunning plan because I have explained before that the audio for the witches is on this computer here, and I can't edit it anywhere else in this building apart from right here. And this is a rehearsal / performance space. So what I thought of doing, because this is a Mac computer, and Mac computers and iPhones and Apple stuff are really good at airdrop. I thought of the idea of airdropping all the audio from that computer to this iPad where I can edit it on GarageBand. So I'm just going to get into my system. Okay, and now we're going to see if this works. So I'm going to see. It does an airdrop section. Excellent. Okay, so I have sent the audio file from the computer to the phone and the phone to the iPad, and I finally got the audio up and running, as you can hear right here.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
So yeah, that's the audio file. So I'll be editing on this little baby, except I'm having to work on this highly technical difficulty. So, moving on. Today has been quite successful. I have combined scenes 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. So let me start with how the day's gone. I booked a room a couple of days ago, which wasn't this room, unfortunately. As much as I really like this room, we couldn't get it booked, so instead I booked room 125. Slightly smaller, but still good enough for our rehearsal space. The reasons for me being the first one in is because Lydia and Bailey had problems with the bus. I think Matthew had problems with the bus as well, and Vim, he overslept. So it gave me enough time to start choreographing the fight scene for Act 1, Scene 4. I did the choreographing of the sword fight for roughly around about an hour. As for the stage fighting in general, I have got good experience with that. I know how to set a stage fight, I know how to choreograph one, and I know how to do it as safely as possible for all other performers. Sorry. Now this was hard because it's by myself, but I had to mentally think in my head not only how I would use a sword, but also how the person in front of me would also use a sword. It required being in the mindset of both Macduff and Macbeth, not just how they would do in each section of the fight, but how they would fight as characters. I've been looking at parts of choreography from, for example, parts of Star Wars. Not all of Star Wars, obviously, because I don't see sword fighting as like something from an action movie or a sci-fi movie. No, I just looked at their choreography, like for example in The Phantom Menace, and thought about how I would stage that safely on stage. The first to arrive was Lydia. Come in. Hello, Lydia. I feel quite confident that she will learn the script. She has got the script roughly in her head of how she would speak. But we are getting up to the stage where we need all the performers to start memorizing the words and put it on stage. But at the moment, it is looking quite brilliant. Matthew came in at the same time as Vim. What we did from then, we did the entirety of Act 1, Scene 1, 2, 3, and 4 until Bailey arrived. So I did the roles of Veronica, a little bit for Connor because he wasn't in, because we knew he wasn't going to come in, and Jonathan. And also Bailey. I did Bailey as well until he arrived.
I will not yield! I will not surrender to Malcolm! A boy!
Matthew came because he has got a small bit in Act 1, Scene 4 at the end of the fighting scene. So he was still valued.
Whoa. You're not trained in stage combat.
But he also did the voicing for Act 1, Scene 2. And he also wanted to see the performance as a whole. And he actually did quite enjoy the performance. As for Act 1, Scene 3, we did I already finished doing the recording. I just need to do a little bit more tweaking on it, but it is brilliant. So my plan is to not have Jonathan in unless he comes this week. I have a bit more rehearsing to do, but if he does not come this week, I'm just scrapping him from it because it's not fair on me and it's not fair for the cast if he's not attending. I have sent messages. I have gave him enough time for him to prep himself to come here, and I will take over his role because my character, because I don't have a character. The only thing I've lost is time trying to contact him. That's the only thing I've lost.
Block, 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 strike, strike, dodge. You bastard. Again.
As for Act 1, Scene 4, I taught Vim to begin with. We used poles because the swords are still in manufacture, but I am planning to get these swords up and ready for the day. He hasn't had any sword fighting whatsoever, so I had to teach him the basics on how to safely do the sword fight. As a director, I really felt powerful in this. I mean, it was... I don't know how to describe it. It was really amazing how I was choreographing it and how that scene alone was coming to life. But I taught him slowly, and as he started using his muscle memory, he started getting faster and more confident of what he was doing. As for Bailey came in soon afterwards, and so I taught him the choreography. But really, I have full faith in them. They know what they're doing.
I don't know why I do.
Yeah, you're not, because when you do that bit, you're not moving. Because I can see, because you are moving ever so slightly. You do that.
Yeah.
You go like that. I want you to go like that, and then push like that. But when we combined it all together, from scene 1 to scene 4, it felt like everything was coming together. The only thing that I'm going to have to work on with them is them learning the lines. We want to get off script by next week because we've only got 2 weeks left. Vim has the hardest challenge because he has the most words, so he has to focus primarily on that. So what time is it? Yep, I need to head off.
Shut up!
It was just an audience, that's fine.
Take up arms.
This is for my family. You bastard. And then it goes.
Oh, wait a minute, what are you doing? You're supposed to thrash.
Yeah, why are you thrashing at me?
Sorry, okay, start again, go on.
Wake up, Josh.
Down, strike, miss. Come on forward.
And it's not like them who can't hit your head. I am taller than you. Dad.